The Eurovision Song Contest is now only 3 weeks away, and I'm sure you're as excited for it as I am. And you can probably already see that today's video is going to be slightly different from my other ones. That's because today I'm doing my first ever tier list video. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and please consider subscribing, as it would greatly help the channel. So we've got 6 tiers: the S tier, the A tier, the B tier, the C tier, the D tier, and the F tier. Now let's get to it. We're starting off with Spain. Oh goody, we're off to a good start. Spain's going in my S tier. Yeah, this is a really good and catchy song. It's good for dance parties. Fun fact, this song actually became a bit of a meme in Spain. I hope it does well. I predict maybe a top 10 finish. Yeah, I hope so. Italy, another big 5 country. I'm gonna put Italy in the B tier. Though this wouldn't be one of my favourites, I still quite like it. The only thing is, I just feel it's a little slow. And let me just say, was Italy not a big 5 country, I don't think this would qualify this year. Still good though. San Marino. Oh, so good. So far, so good. Okay, San Marino's joining Spain in my S tier. Now, what's funny is that I just did Italy, and this song, well, it's about Italy. It's a very, very fun and catchy song, and I hope it qualifies. I think it could actually have a shot at winning the whole thing. The only thing is, it's been dropping in the polls recently, but I still hope it qualifies and does well. Iceland, joining the other two in the S tier again. Yeah, Iceland is really, really catchy and fun. It wouldn't be as catchy as Like a Party, which I will come to in a moment, but it's still really, really great. Sadly, the chances of it qualifying have been dropping recently, but I really hope it qualifies. Croatia. Croatia's song is not exactly to my liking, so D tier. Like, I think a good few people, there would be a majority of people who would like this kind of one, but it's not exactly my cup of tea. Now, we're moving on to my own sweet country, Ireland. Ireland is, of course, going at the top of the S tier. If you know me or watched my channel, you probably would have expected it. Like a Party is my favourite song this year. It's extremely catchy, and it feels like it's one of those songs. It's a very happy, dancey song, but it's also kind of sad as well. If you go onto my channel, my first video was actually about how Ireland could win Eurovision this year. I think it has about 130 views by now. So if you're interested, you can go onto my channel and watch it. And I feel if we do win Eurovision this year, it's not only a win for us, okay, it might be partly a win for Norway, but also a win for Laika. And I would quite like that. Latvia. Latvia's going in my C tier. Now, before I move on and talk more about Latvia, there's just one thing I'd like to bring up. In my semi-final 2 video, so I didn't exactly take my time while checking the countries, and I accidentally let Latvia out of it. To any Latvians watching this video, I'm really, really sorry, and it won't happen again. Look, if this was a different YouTuber and the same thing happened with Ireland, I would be pretty annoyed. So yeah, Latvia is a pretty nice song, and it's traditional Latvian as well. I feel like when a country sends a traditional song, it just adds something. The last time we sent trad, though, sadly we didn't get a very good result. But anyways, however, I don't think Latvia will qualify this year, sadly. I've seen a lot of people who would hope it would qualify, but I don't think it will. Now we're moving on to Norway. Norway's joining Italy in the B tier. yes, I quite like this song. It's still not as good as Like a Party as a side note, but let me just say, if someone told you to think of a classic Europop song, this is probably the type of thing that would come to mind. So yeah, Cyprus. Last year, Cyprus was actually my favourite song. They had Liar with Celia Capsis. This year, I don't like it as much. It's just not really my thing. So yeah, Belgium. Okay, mind if I do a bit of a hot take on this one? Belgium's going in the C tier. I'm not the biggest fan on this song, but it's still pretty good, I guess. And I do hope they qualify because Red Sebastian's birthday is on the day of the semi final, and I think it would be a great birthday gift if he qualified for the final. Albania's going in C as well. They do have a pretty nice song, but I just prefer other songs to it. Germany. Germany's going in the D tier. Not my cup of tea. It reminds me of Charlie XCX's music. But yeah, I don't really like the vibe of this song, so that's why it's going in the D tier. Montenegro. Nice song and all, but C tier. It's just average for me. Ukraine, same reasons as Montenegro, C tier. Switzerland. Switzerland have a pretty nice song this year, so B tier. It wouldn't be my favourite, but I do quite like it. Do I prefer it over the Code? Nah, I still prefer the Code. Same with Israel. I really like their song. It's a very nice song, and it's slow, but I kind of like it that way. It's quite similar to Hurricane from last year. Though I do prefer Hurricane, this is still a pretty nice song. Portugal. Look, I feel Portugal's just a little too slow for my liking, so D tier. Sweden. Okay, hate to admit it. I'm gonna have to put Sweden in the A tier. As much as I don't want Sweden to win this year, well, not just this year, I don't want them to win Eurovision ever again, or else we're screwed, as you know. But, like, their song, it's just so good. Like, yeah, and it's really catchy as well. Still not on Like a Party level, but still. This is currently top of the polls, most likely to win, but who knows, it could turn around on the night. Czechia, Kiss Kiss Goodbye. C tier. I know a lot of people do like this song, but like it's just not for me. However, this could get a top 10 finish because it is quite popular with a lot of people. However, there's just one thing I'd like to say. If I had to compare this to another song, I'd compare it to last year Belgium Before the Party Is Over. That was that was huge with Eurofans, and I think it shocked us all when it didn't qualify. And I feel like a shock like that could happen again. I just have a gut feeling that something like that will happen this year. Now, moving on to the United Kingdom. You know what would really shock me? If this didn't qualify. Just kidding. Anyways, A tier. I quite like this song. It sounds a bit like a song that was written for a Disney princess movie. If I had to compare it to another song, I'd compare it to Hot to Go by Chapel Rowan. Yeah, this is a really nice song, and I hope it does well. It's kind of up and down in the polls a bit, but I hope it does well. Austria. Austria is currently second in the polls and going in my A tier. It's interesting to see opera at Eurovision, and I'm pretty sure this song could do well. If I had to compare it to another song, I'd actually compare it to last year's winner, The Code, Nemo, which actually could help its chances at winning. I'd kind of like this to win if it meant that Sweden won to win. Serbia. Serbia have quite a nice song this year, so B tier, a bit like Switzerland and Israel. Sadly, it's got a pretty low position in the polls, so I'm not sure will this qualify or not. Denmark. Denmark's going in the A tier. I like this vibe of music. It kind of reminds me of Eurovision songs from the 2010s. Let me just say, if this competed in Eurovision 2012, then Euphoria could have some competition. However, there's one side note I'd like to bring up. This song has a very similar vibe to Sunstroke Project's Runaway, who represented Moldova in 2010. And despite that, it's generally a very good song and a huge meme. It didn't do well, did it? So I'm not fully sure about how this one will do in Eurovision. Netherlands, A tier. Now, this one has actually really been growing on me recently. It's quite catchy, and I like the mix of English and French, a bit like last year's fighter from Luxembourg. Not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed when Joost said he wasn't going to be representing Netherlands, but I'm still satisfied with this. Australia. Australia's going in the D tier, but it's one of my least favorites this year, not gonna lie. Like, it's it's not my kind of thing. I know a lot of people really like this one, and it will probably qualify. Its overall results, I don't know, but I don't really like it. Azerbaijan, C tier. It's a nice song and all, but not my favorite, and I do prefer others. Armenia. Armenia have quite a fun song this year, but it's just C tier for me. It's not exactly my cup of tea, but I will give it points because it is quite catchy. Lithuania, hot take alert. I'm putting Lithuania in the D tier. Like, not the song's not the worst, but I just do prefer others to it. Poland, C tier. Not to my liking, but it still could get a pretty good result since it's popular with others. Finland. This one is extremely popular at the moment. Okay, this is going to be one of the hottest takes of the video. D tier. Look, I don't really like this song that much. I feel it's a little overrated and just not my kind of thing. However, this still has a pretty strong chance at winning the whole thing. Luxembourg. Okay, Luxembourg's going in my S tier. Spoiler alert, that's my S tier completed. So in order, my top 5 favorite songs this year are Ireland, Luxembourg, Iceland, San Marino, and Spain. Luxembourg is my second favorite song this year, and since I can't give points to my own country, I suppose my 12 points this year go to Luxembourg. This is a very cute, nice and fun song, and I hope it qualifies. It's gone up and down in the polls a bit, but I still hope that it will qualify. Fun fact, something that confuses me a bit is that if you look at the polls, Ireland have a higher chance at winning the whole thing than Luxembourg, but Luxembourg have a higher chance at qualifying. Can someone please tell me how to explain that? Slovenia. Slovenia's going in the A tier. I really, really love this song, and the meaning behind it is incredibly sad. Clement's wife got diagnosed with a very severe type of cancer, and the song's kind of portraying his fear of losing her and the horrors they have to go through fighting it. I really hope this song qualifies. It's kind of low in the polls, so I don't think it will, but I still really, really hope it does. Espresso macchiato. Look, I like coffee, I like Italy, I like Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter, but I don't really like this song. there's loads of hype around the song, so this will probably qualify and maybe even get a top 10 finish. But like, this is easily comparable to Australia, and I don't really like it that much. France. France is going in the A tier. Yeah, so France is my third favorite Big Five country this year. Their song is really, really nice, and it could be a potential winner. The top three potential winners at the moment are Sweden, Austria, and France. If I was to predict which one would win, um, I'll go with Austria. That could also be because I really don't want Sweden to win. But anyways, Malta. Okay, I can promise you this will be the final hot take of the video. I'm putting Malta in the D tier. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't really like it. And it reminds me a bit of Greece from last year. However, this song is kind of catchy, and it would actually make a pretty good song in like a film or something. Greece. A lot of people like Greece, but it's just C tier for me. However, it's still quite a nice song, and I prefer it to last year's. Finally, we have Georgia. Look, this is a nice song, but like a couple of the others, I feel it's just a little slow for my liking. Will it qualify? I'm not sure. And so there you have it. That's my final tier list. Looking at that, how do I feel about this year? So there's a good few in the A tier, which I'm satisfied about. There's 5 in the S tier, which is actually pretty decent as well. There's none in the F tier, which is very good. However, there's also a good few songs. The 2 tiers that have the most songs in them are C and D. So, looking at my final list, is this year a good year for songs? Yeah, it's quite good. I won't say it's as good a year for songs as 24 was, but this is quite good. I'm planning on doing a follow-up video like 2024 songs, and then I'll try compare them to see which is a stronger year. And so that's my list. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and please consider subscribing for more ESC content. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to go back to my regular videos, or if you'd like me to do more tier list videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.